Next up, let's go to another strength. I think the running back room, no one other than people are obviously going to talk about Bijan, and Bijan's fantastic. But this running back room is very deep. It's very talented. I mean, Jaden Blue is our fifth string running back, and I think he's going to be a really good player. Obviously, Jonathan Brooks is one of those guys that I'm all in on. I've said this may be crazy, but I think he's going to put up better numbers when he gets his shot than Bijan Robinson. I'm not saying he's a better player, but I think he'll be running behind better offensive linemen. And he's just got he reminds me of Le'Veon Bell a lot. He sees holes very well. He's patient. And then once he sees it, he bursts through it. I think he's very good.
Yeah, I think we have the number one running back room in the nation. You look at Roschon Johnson. Aside from Bijan, we know what Bijan is. Probably the number one running back in the country. Definitely the number one running back in the Big 12. But Roschon could start on most Power 5 offenses. He's that type of running back. He's a leader. He's very vocal. He does his talking on the field. Very violent runner. You got to think this guy was recruited as a quarterback to come in. So with him, you had Keelan Robinson in there, a little speedy back. You're going to be able to use him in the pass game, the screen game. It's definitely going to be very exciting with that running back room.
100%. I don't think Keelan Robinson got enough play last year. I mean, he's so explosive. He's probably one of the 5 fastest guys on the team. And anytime he touched the ball, like you just think he could have taken it to the house. And I really think he should be used, like you said, in the wide receiver position, in the slot mostly. And then you can also put him in the backfield with 2 guys back there. I think that'd be really interesting as well. I'm hoping to see more of that. And we've heard out of camp that they are using running backs more at the wide receiver position or catching the ball at least. Like Bijan Robinson, I know is expected to catch more balls this year, which I think is really good. When you get those matchups outside on a linebacker, it's really hard to stop any of those guys.
And one thing Bijan talked about in his media availability was he is focusing on his pass protection and wanting to improve on that. You know, with Tashard Choice coming in, Tashard was in the NFL was definitely a pass catching guy and a definite pass protector. So he's emphasizing that in our running back rooms. And we don't know what our offensive line is going to be this year. So that may be very vital to our offense this year.
100%. And it's one of those things too, obviously that's going to benefit you highly to go to the NFL as well, just because obviously he's a great running back, but if you can't pass protect and you can't catch the ball in the backfield, then basically you become disposable. You don't become like a Christian McCaffrey type where they're going to give you a lot of money, because guess what? You can only really do one thing well, whereas Christian McCaffrey does everything well, and that's why he gets paid. So I think it's really smart of Bijan, and not only it will help out the Texas team, it will help out his draft stock, probably solidifies him as a top 20 pick in the NFL draft if he ends up being really good at it. Mm-hmm. So I think it's all around good decision by him, and I'm glad Tashard Choice is working on that with him.